This is kvci.blogspot.com. George Boston Rhymes in Valdosta, Georgia. Today is January 16th, 2011, or rather 2012. As you can see, this is Mathis Auditorium that we are about to approach here. And we can see that the parking lot is filled with people gathered to honor the late Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. As we ride around this gathering here by the Martin Luther King Committee in Valdosta, Georgia, I want to say to you that I was at Serenity Church last night and there was 210 people present and 5 white Caucasians. But today is another program that they are having, and I want you to watch the number of vehicles and the people who are here. I want to draw your attention to a message that Dr. King gave entitled "Why I Oppose the War in Vietnam." My question today is, how could so many people come out on a day like today, yet when the NAACP called for these same people on the issues of human and civil rights, they are nowhere to be found? When we look out and try to address the 30 jail deaths in Valdosta and Lowndes County from 1994 to 2009 without even an outcry from these same organizations and people who are gathered here today. The Quitman 10 situation over in Quitman, Georgia, very few people who would attend this event would even be found on the podium with the Quitman 10 who stood up for voting rights and registered so many people over in Brooks County and now facing the court system for allegedly committing crimes of absentee ballot submission and dealing with absentee ballots. And so I look out today and I call today a hypocritical day. If these people, if just a half of these people, not even a half, if a third of these people would go back and understand the words of Dr. King, if they would hear the words of Dr. King, these people would hear the words of Dr. King, then we would have a strong Valdosta, Georgia. But instead we come on events such as this, but these same people would not take out a membership in the organizations that stand up for the rights of American citizens in the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Feel and know that I'm God.
We have had meeting after meeting.
Stand up for truth and for justice.
We can placate,
sometimes
and claim that we love Dr. King.
Being frustrated.
But when it comes down to
when you tell the truth
being
and take a stand,
we are nowhere to be found.
Sometimes it means that you will walk the streets with a burdened heart.
I would love to see these
sometimes it means
actively involved
losing a job
in what goes on in our community. Dr. King was not about just gathering like this. The issues of Valdosta and Lowndes County are not even discussed at these meetings.
Child asking your daddy,
listen to Dr. King
and
see what Dr. King was concerned about as we drive through all these people that are here today. Let's listen to Dr. King on the issues that he found important during his day.
God has a way of standing before the nations with judgment, and it seems that I can hear God saying to America, you are too arrogant. And if you don't change your ways, I will rise up and break the backbone of your power.
How many people are saying this?
And I'll place it in the hands of a nation that doesn't even know my name. Be still and know that I'm God. Now, it isn't easy to stand up for truth and for justice. Sometimes it means being frustrated. When you tell the truth and take a stand, sometimes it means that you will walk the streets with a burdened heart. Sometimes it means losing a job.
That's the real deal of Dr. King, not assembling in meetings.
Means being abused and scorned. It may mean having a 7 or 8-year-old child asking your daddy, why do you have to go to jail so much? I've long since learned that to be a follower of Jesus Christ means taking up the cross.
Not just gathering on special days.
And my Bible tells me that Good Friday comes before Easter. Before the crown we wear, there is the cross that we must bear. Let us bear it. Bear it for truth. Bear it for justice.
These are the cause. These are the human.
Bear it for peace. Let us go out this morning with that determination.
How many of these people
I have not lost faith.
would stand for?
I'm not in despair. Because I know
The people that are mistreated in
there is a
medical
moral order.
in the Lowndes County Jail.
I haven't lost faith.
The school system.
Because the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards
Wouldn't it be
justice.
nice if these people
I can still sing,
join
we
us
shall overcome, because
as we
Carlyle
struggle.
was right.
as we struggle for equal justice under the law?
No lie can live forever.
All these cause,
We
all
shall
these
overcome
people,
because William Cullen Bryant was right. Truth crushed to earth will rise again.
all these elected
We
officials,
shall overcome because James Russell Lowell was right. Truth forever on the scaffold, wrong forever on the throne, yet that scaffold sways the future. We shall overcome because the Bible is right. You shall reap what you sow. With this faith we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope.
I hope that the people of Valdosta will wake up, and if they're going to have ceremonies, I wish they will include the issues that are everyday patterns and practices of discrimination, mistreatment, denial of black African Americans and poor whites, contracts under Section 3 and Title 6, wherein some of these same dollars could be used to keep our children from going into jails and prisons. I wish that the Martin Luther King Jr. Committee could join the active civil rights leaders here in Valdosta and embrace the SCLC and Lee Touchton and NAACP and crowd out these two organizations with memberships for the 365 days in the year, or the other 11 months out of the year. It's not just January of each year to placate, duplicate, and implicate whatever cake you want to put on except the true cake of the life and legacy of Dr. King. It would make me and others feel so good if all of these people who can come together on Martin Luther King birthday and Martin Luther King tribute, wherever and whenever they are, I wish they could come together as a united front to commit themselves to the real teachings of Dr. King instead of these. Well, let's listen to Dr. King and see what Dr. King was all about.
To go out and transform the jangling discords of our world into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. This faith, we will be able to speed up the day when justice will roll down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream.
Yes, right.
This faith, we will be able to speed up the day when the lion and the lamb will lie down together, and every man will sit under his own vine and fig tree, and none shall be afraid, because the words of the Lord have spoken it. With this faith, we will be able to speed up the day when all over the world we will be able to join hands.
Join hands.
Singing the words of the old Negro
as
spirit.
Active
Free at last. Free
as
at last.
active
Thank God Almighty.
participants.
We are free at last. With this faith, we'll sing it as we are getting ready to sing it now. Men will beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. And nations will not rise up against nations, neither shall they study war. anymore.
And that's what Dr. King...
And I don't know about you. I ain't gonna study war no more.